Hey guys, so I wanted to go over with you. We're about 12 weeks out from summer, so I wanted to hit 5 things that you can do to get summer body ready. Most people, wait till 2 weeks before summer and they're like, oh, I'm gonna hit it hard and get ready for summer, and it's not gonna happen. That's gonna get you ready for your winter body at that time. So you need to start thinking about now. 12 weeks is a decent amount of time to make some changes in your body. Most of us think, again, we can do it super quick. We'll diet really hard and go, 180 from what we're currently doing. And we'll do that for about 4 weeks. And then we burn out, crash, and we're right back to where we started. So I always encourage people to do things slowly and to find things that you can maintain as a lifestyle. If you are one of those that is not doing any form of exercise right now, and then to get summer body ready, you're like, I'm going to exercise 5 times a week for an hour a day. That's most likely not going to stick with you, because that is a complete change from what you're currently doing. So you need to be more realistic with your goals and set yourself up for success instead of basically sabotaging yourself, because trying to keep up that pace currently when you're doing nothing, it's not realistic. On top of that, you're probably going to end up injuring yourself because your body is not ready for that amount of exercise and what you're putting on it. From nothing to completely, an hour a day, 5 times a week, it's too much initially. You need to prepare your body for that type of work. All right, so I'm going to give you 5 things, and you're going to think these things are simple and that you've heard them before, but these really are 5 huge things that can make a huge difference. They're all lifestyle tips that you can use outside of just trying to get ready for summer body. My hopes is that you'll take these and turn these into healthy habits versus just using as a quick fix. So the first thing to do is track your food. You have to track your food. I can't tell you how many clients, or a lot of clients, that come to me and I'll ask them initially, how much are you eating? What is your food intake like? And most people don't have any idea how much they're eating, or they'll throw a number at me, and then when we start recording it, it is way off from what they thought. So you need to track your food to know how much is coming in, because it comes down, it's always calories in versus calories out. So we need to know what those numbers are. So tracking your food is a great way to see those numbers and also to be accountable and look back at what you did eat day in, day out. A lot of people, a lot of my clients from my experience will say, they don't want to do it. It's so time consuming. It's so easy to do it now. We've got all these great apps out like MyFitnessPal that literally make it so easy and so quick for you to record your food. So saying that you don't have time, or, you just can't do it in the day, those are excuses, and you're just going to have to recognize that and know that, again, you're making another excuse as to why you're not hitting your goals. So tracking your food is so important for reaching your goals and learning quality of food and keeping you on track and keeping you accountable. Every one of my clients has to track their food. And before I ever meet with a client, they have to have at least 10 days, 2 weeks of tracking food, so that I can look at it and be able to help them and see currently how much they're eating, what they're eating, and then what suggestions I can make little by little with their diet and their nutrition to help them reach their health and wellness goals. All right, so tracking food, you have to track your food. Find whichever app works for you. If you're old school and like to write it down, whatever works for you, but you have to track your food. The second thing is to track your movement. Again, is very easy. A lot of us have the Apple Watch or a Fitbit. Even if you have the iPhone, you have the little heart health monitor that will track your steps. And it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. People get so caught up in, oh, my Fitbit said this and this said this, so which one is correct? It doesn't matter. Just pick one thing and consistently use it. And that will be a way to monitor your progress. If we use one thing and day in and day out, you can see if your steps increase, your movement increase, your sitting time decreases, your standing time increases. So track your movement and see exactly how much you are doing during the day. A lot of times on this end, I will see people that are walking a lot more than what they thought they were, or getting more activity in than they thought they were. And sometimes that activity, like, walking the stairs, parking at the farthest end of the parking lot, walking to the furthest bathroom from you, different things like that add up to more steps than if you were to spend 30 minutes on a treadmill. So I like people to track their movement so we can see exactly how active they are throughout the day. Because if you have somebody that's already extremely busy but wanting to live a healthy life, and asking them to go to the gym and find another 30 to 45 minutes to walk on the treadmill or do whatever it may be probably isn't realistic. But for me to say, okay, let's get another 1,000 steps today, and you can achieve that by, again, parking at the farthest end of the parking lot, taking the stairs, walking to the furthest bathroom in the facility, walking more throughout the house and doing things. And you will see that added movement can really make a difference and add up in your health and wellness goals and help you reach and achieve what it is that you're working towards. So I will do things like that, just keep adding on steps for clients until we get to a point where they can't literally add any more steps, and then we start incorporating some more exercises and movements throughout the day. All right, the third thing is to incorporate resistance training. And that can be through free weights, that can be with bands, that can be through body weight, but we have to resistance train. The more muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolism is. And that's the whole point of everything, is to have a high metabolism and to be healthy. And we do that by maintaining or gaining muscle mass. And the only way to do that is applying resistance to the body. And it has to be a challenging resistance, because the body is very smart and it learns to adapt. So if we're using light weights and it's high repetition, and we're doing that day in and day out, we're going to adapt very quickly to that. So what you have to do is challenge the body with weights so that your body thinks to itself, oh my gosh, I'm being asked to perform these activities day in and day out. I better build some more muscle so that I can more efficiently do these activities. And that's how we get stronger and stronger, as we continue to build muscle and muscle. We don't just have muscle in our bodies. Our body literally has to build that tissue. So we have to apply a force or a stress or a pressure on the body for the body's reaction to build muscle. So the only way to do that is with challenge. So through doing bands, body weight, and dumbbell training, all of those, a nice combination of them, I definitely recommend incorporating that in 2 to 3 times a week if you can get it in. You can find a home program to do when you get home in the evenings. You can go to a gym. Maybe you have a gym at work and you could go down at lunchtime or before or after work. But you'll just need to try and figure out a way to get that in a couple times a week. Also, it's great for bone health. It's great for hormone regulation. It's great for energy. It helps to preserve what bone mass we have if we're over the age of 30, which is very, very important, especially for women. It makes us feel good. And there's so much research out there stating that when you challenge yourself in the gym, you are way better at problem solving, stress management, and handling yourself throughout the day. So resistance training. All right, number 4 is sleep. Sleep is so important, and it's so many people underestimate the importance of sleep. Sleep is the time when our body repairs and recovers itself. There are hormones that are only released during sleep, at not any other time of the day. And good quality sleep is so important for that hormone release and transport and reaction to happen to repair and recover the body. And I'm not just talking from exercise. I'm talking on everything from the stress that day, everything you did that day, your brain, everything. Your body is repairing itself and planning and helping you to become stronger for the next day. So I recommend for my clients to, just as most of us have a pretty set morning routine, you should have a pretty set nighttime routine. You should be doing things in the evening to start to shut yourself down so that your body stops releasing the cortisol, and it starts to tell itself, okay, we're preparing for bed. Turn the lights down dimmer in the evening. Try to stay off of electronic devices, or you can get those nice blue light glasses now that they have that repels the blue light, which is the stimulating factor in our electronic devices. You can look at doing things like that. They suggest no TV. Lots of studies suggest no TV in the bedroom because, again, of the stimulation from the blue light. Try to stay off your phones and try not to do work. And I'm guilty of this too, of not doing your work an hour or so before you go to bed to allow your brain to shut down. And then it's really important that you stay on a cycle, that you try to go to bed at the same time every night and you get up at the same time every day so that your body can develop and maintain a circadian cycle. And that's very important, again, for hormones being released and stopping being released to allow us to achieve optimal sleep. So I'm pretty set. My husband and I both are pretty set. We go to the bed almost at the exact same time every night. And even on weekends, we pretty much wake up at the same time, go to bed and wake up at the same time too. And I definitely notice a difference or feel better that we've gotten on this schedule, and we do that regularly. Sleep is it's really important, and you should try to get at least 7 to 8 hours a night, no less than 7 hours of sleep a night. Don't underestimate sleep and the importance of it. I've had clients that haven't changed anything nutritionally or with their exercise programming, but we got their stress levels managed better, and we got their sleep patterns regulated, and they dropped body fat and weight. So that's what I'm saying. You can't underestimate sleep and stress. It is huge, and it can affect the body in so many different ways. So that leads me right into point number 5, which is managing your stress. You have to find a way to manage your stress. And my personal way, and almost always number one recommendation for managing stress, is to get some kind of physical movement in. It will help you to manage your stress. You are getting energy and stress and anxiety out by moving the body. It helps you to think more clearly. It will help you to problem solve. So managing your stress, finding ways, and whether that's getting some kind of therapist and talking to the therapist, which I'm highly for. I think that is, I think having therapy is great. I'm a big believer, and you should have a nice circle of professionals that should be your team. You should have, your doctor, a chiropractor, massage therapist, functional medicine, nutritionist, trainer. You should have the gamut within your financial means that you can do, but you form a team of yourself that can help you become healthy from head to toe, inside out, mentally, physically, everything. So whatever that looks like for you and you're able to do in your life, do it. Take care of yourself, but manage your stress through physical exercise, through some form of therapy, some form of meditation, breathing. I'm a big believer in using breath for managing. I try and teach all my clients with their exercise, how to manage their stress. How to manage their breath while they're exercising to perform the best. I will do the breathing myself when I find myself getting super anxious or worked up, and it's typically work stress. I'll take a few minutes and just take a couple deep breaths and recenter myself. Breath is huge. And again, don't underestimate breathe, just taking 5 to 10 deep breaths before you react to something, before you answer an email, sleep on things, before, again, you react immediately to different situations or triggers that are around you. I always tell my clients, the triggers in our life are not going to change. They are always going to be there. What you have to change is your reaction to those triggers. So becoming more self-aware and finding those things that fire you up or that are going to make you upset, and thinking about it prior to the situation if you have that opportunity and how you're going to go in and handle it, and sticking to your guns in that situation with that, or using breath, or like I said, exercise, whatever that is. But you have to find a way to manage your stress. Stress is the devil, and it'll kill you. So all right, guys, so those are my 5 tips. And these are huge tips. If you can get these 5 things down, I promise you by summertime, you will be a lot healthier, leaner version of yourself. So track your food, track your movement, incorporate resistance training, get regular, consistent sleep, and manage your stress. So, all right, guys, thanks.